SpongeBob, dude. And how the old episodes were, like, so ridiculously funny and stupid. Like, such high-level humor. Like, the episode where they have to, like, escape wherever they are. They have to run through the fucking perfume aisle in a mall. Like, what? But it's, like, it makes zero sense. And if you explained it, right? If you were to, like, explain it to, like, somebody now who had never seen the show. You're like, all right, hear me out. There's a show starring a sponge, right? His best friend's a starfish. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it a sea sponge? Perhaps, but it's not really. It's a normal dish sponge, but it lives at the bottom of the sea, inside of a pineapple. He has a pet snail. He's also a fry cook. It hits so different. You watch that shit, you're like, what? How did they come up with this shit? And then his neighbor is a curmudgeon who loves clarinet for some inexplicable reason. It shouldn't work, and it does. I feel like that was the end of an era when like the absurdity was like fresh. All these shows had come up with like some crazy theory. Like Rugrats had the one about how like it's all like Angelica's had like a mental breakdown, and like her doll is her. You know, you hear that shit and you're like, okay. But in reality, you know, just some like quirky like cartoon drawer was like, you know, it'll be funny as shit. Ed and Eddie, another great example. Like, what the fuck? Right, like, yeah, Ed and Eddie stuck in purgatory. No, like, it's not that deep, and I'm glad it's not that deep. Sometimes shit doesn't have to be that complicated. Oh my god, Rocko's Modern Life. You know what? I'm gonna just coin this term. They're fever dream shows. The producer or the show, like, writer shows up to a producer meeting. They're like, all right, I got a new show idea. I got a new pitch for you. Ready? There's a dog. And there's a cat, right? Dog, cat. Hybrid. And like, oh, you know, that's kind of cool. Like, cat, dog, like, they're, you know, it's like got features of a cat and a dog. No. Fuck you. That's a shitty idea. That's terrible. That makes no sense. Ew, get that shit out of here. You're gonna take them. And you're gonna smash them together. You're gonna smash them together on the ass. Like two mouths. Like reverse human centipede. I like it. Sign this guy. Like, what? That shit would get shot down so fast now. For some reason, I feel like some activist group would look at that and be like, see, this is what happens when you let people marry the same gender. You get a cat with a dog. Like, what's next, huh? A raccoon that's, like, pegging a fucking pigeon? Oh, I regret having said that. Anyways, there's apparently a sickness called cat... Hold on, before I look at the show, apparently cat scratch fever is a thing. Lymphoreticulosis, an infection of the lymph nodes following a scratch of a bite from a cat. That sounds a lot sadder than I anticipated. Okay, well. Oh my god, cat scratch, yes, I recall. There's something about the dynamic of a tall, skinny dummy, like short, stout, like brain of the outfit. Like I'm the master, like the leader, you know? And then there's the middle ground one who's like the hesitant one, you know, that's that formula that works. And chicken and almost said chicken and waffles, like a fucking chicken and cow and chicken. What the fuck? Cartoon Network with cow and chicken. The fucking devil. Do you remember the devil character who like walked with his ass cheeks? He like waddled with his giant ass. What? And it was like shiny. Like they were like, dude. We need to make sure that everybody sees and only is looking at this guy's butt cheeks. I'm heated now. I'm having like a breakdown. I'm like thinking of all these shows. I'm like, wait a second. This should never be, but and yet I'm glad it was. What's another one? Like an old TV show that should never exist and yet does? Like the fever dream shows. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Who was like, so we're gonna take your average, you know, like balanced two kids, boy, girl, one's super dumb and quirky and like bubbly, and the other one's gonna be the exact opposite. Girl, depressed as shit, wants to die or kill a bunch of shit, you know? And they're gonna befriend, hear me out on this, they're gonna befriend like the Grim Reaper, but the Grim Reaper is going to be Jamaican for comedic value. When you take the show and it's like, you watch it and you're like, yeah, this works. Codename Kids Next Door. What the hell was that fever dream? And yet it works, like when you're watching, you're like, this makes sense, this tracks, and then you would describe it to somebody who's never seen you, and they're like, I Are you okay? Do I need to call somebody? Is this a cry for help? I feel like we shouldn't talk about Teletubbies. I feel like as a society, we've agreed to keep that show on the down low in case aliens come to try and, like, take over the planet. And then they're like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what? I'll just obliterate the planet. We're not even allowing you to, you know, we're just destroying it. Pull the giant planet killer. Pull that shit. Pull it around. Yeah, this one right here. Look, everybody pack it up. I'm sorry, humans. I know. Well, I'm not that sorry. I don't really know you. Based on what I saw from your history, your previous president shows like the Teletubbies. War. Humans. War. What the fuck are y'all doing? You could be like flying around in hovercrafts and shit. You know, exploring space and the depths of the ocean. And what have you decided to do with your time and resources? Shoot each other? Where does that get? You know what? Go for it. All right. We're out. You're dead. I'm sorry. Well, again, not that sorry, but good luck in your untimely heat death.